Okay, let's send these invites. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday, guys. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know if I'm loud and clear. Welcome, welcome. If y'all can help me send some of these invites, that would be fantastic. With me. It's like perfectly hair sprayed or whatever you put in it. It looks fantastic.
You got one little one that's doing its own thing, but not the way.
Sometimes you need a rogue piece. Just the one rogue piece that's just like I have one right here, and hopefully, like I said, my wig will stay in place tonight. So we shall see.
I don't even know.
Let's get these invites. To send these invites out. Get everybody to jump in here with us. Welcome to those in the chat.
How's your mama in there?
How's your mama, Nam? You can count on Anna. Hey, Jersey baby. Welcome, welcome. If I missed anyone as you were coming in, welcome. We haven't officially started yet. We're just getting warmed up here. How's everyone's Sunday going? Let me send these invites. If y'all can help me in the chat sending some of these invites, very much appreciated. Sometimes I do get everyone, but sometimes I might miss a name. So any extra invites would be very much appreciated. Thank y'all. How's your Sunday going, Anna?
It is going. How about
it's
you?
Going. Not bad. I've been chilling. Took a little nap. Gotta get those Z's in, guys, whenever you can. So definitely.
Rest is so important.
It sure is. Hey, Cupcake. Hey, Amber. Hey, Thick to Slim Barbie. Welcome, welcome. Tonight's going to be a good night, guys. So make sure you send those invites. We have a special guest coming in today, so we want to make sure that we spread the good gospel. Let everyone know. Come on down.
Amen.
To the Barry Church. Because tonight's the vibe. Okay, period. I got my little checkered. Hey, Bariatric bro.
Hey.
What's up, Solo?
How is everybody?
Welcome, welcome. Hey, Trina.
What's y'all been
up? What's up? Welcome.
Everybody.
You picked a great day to come back, Solo. We are talking all things bariatric. For those who don't know us, my name is Shar, aka your VSG bestie. I had VSG surgery October 25th of last year. Time flies. So I'm officially, more than 10 months post-op, 121 pounds down. And y'all know I got this very baby thing going on. So who knows what the scale looks like, and I'm not going to look at it. So, yeah.
So excited.
But Anna, if you would have... I know, right? Lord. Here we go.
I'm just glad it's not me having a baby, if I'm real honest about it.
Oh, Lord.
But no, I'm Anna. I had RNY surgery on November 2nd of last year. I am down, gosh, I don't even know anymore, over 100 pounds from my highest weight. I think last I checked, I'm down to 126 pounds. So whatever the math on that is, almost 110 pounds, I guess. That's crazy.
Okay, period. Hold on, where's my claps? I got to get those together, y'all.
Definitely have loved this journey so far. I'm really fortunate to be a part of a great community and have some amazing people in my life that I never would have gotten to meet if it weren't for being a bariatric patient. So yeah, I love my little bariatric journey. It's been great. So I saw somebody asked, how do I manage my weight? And just making good choices.
And it's not always easy. We're not saying that it's easy, but it's absolutely doable. I like to live by the motto that it's been done, so why can't I do it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all about reframing our thinking that and what relates to bariatric surgery. A lot of it we already talked about. It's mental. So if
Oh,
you get that down pat, you're gonna be good, friend. I'm telling you. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the gifts, guys. You guys are showering us with love. We're so excited because tonight we definitely uh we wanted to put something together that was special, something that was a little different. It's bariatric, but with a twist. So how are you guys feeling tonight? How are we feeling? Are we feeling excited? Are we pumped? Are we sleepy? Like, where we at? Because I need y'all up and alert because our guest today is coming with some smoke. So I need y'all to be alert, taking notes if you can. I need y'all on point, period. Okay. So for those who don't know, we are talking berrypreneurs. That's a word we made up. But
but we
ultimately, we're
can
talking.
do that because it's our show. We can do what we want to.
We can do that. Yeah, yeah. Berrypreneurs. Are any of my friends here in the chat business owners? Where are my entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs? Go ahead and put it in the chat. If you are a entrepreneur, an entrepreneur in the making, if you are thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, okay, Yams, we see you, friend. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for joining. Welcome, Tony. We miss your face too, Aaron. Yes, friend. We are looking for our berrypreneurs. Where are our business berries? Are y'all in the chat? If you know a business berry, go ahead and share this live with them. We are talking business and bariatric. Okay, period. Erin got her hands up. Okay, I see you, friend. What's up, Tony? Hey, Jose. Welcome, welcome. So I'm gonna put myself in the mix. I do also have business a business. I actually have two businesses. One is a catering business, which I do seasonally, and the other is in the beauty industry. I am a certified microblader. I don't do it as often anymore because I had an in-home studio that is now a gym, but definitely here and there, I'll take some appointments if the opportunity presents itself. So just putting that out there. If you're trying to get your eyebrows right, I'm your girl. So, and Anna, how are we feeling about business? Would you want to be an entrepreneur? Are you an entrepreneur? Tell me a little something.
Well, I have been not bariatric related. However, I did own a clothing shop for children, handmade clothing.
Nice,
So I did make handmade items for babies. So it is a lot
nice.
of work. It takes a lot of dedication, and you really pour yourself into what you're doing. You have to.
Yeah,
And success can be really tough as an entrepreneur. So I don't know that I'd ever want to go down the road that I personally went of hand making all of the products and managing the business. And like I did it all. And so if I were to ever consider it again, it would definitely look differently.
yeah,
Because that was a lot. It was a lot.
yeah. It is. It is. I actually am super duper excited because one of our guests for tonight is a bariatric patient and also a bariatric boss. I am beyond the moon happy that we were able to get this person in. Tell you a little bit about this person. You guys might know who it is, but I didn't want to spill all the beans. Anna and I have been keeping this under wraps, under hush hush here. So as you guys know, some of us folks are bariatric, and some of us folks are bariatric and business owners, and have been able to create businesses that are bariatric related. This particular guest is 2 years post op, 89 plus pounds down. This person took a problem and created a solution. So, this Barry turned her struggles into a stream of income. So, 2 weeks post op, she said, she started experiencing severe hair loss, dry, itchy skin. And after trying various products, no success. How many of us can relate to that? Having dry skin after bariatric surgery or just like hair loss. It's a really, really common issue. If you've experienced any of it, and if you, of course, don't feel pressure to answer, but if you want to share in the chat, go ahead and share that in the chat. Hair loss is super duper common and a very common issue in this particular community. So this particular entrepreneur took that issue and created a solution for it. So she created her own product line geared towards berry and non-berry uh, individuals. So although the niche is bariatric, it's not exclusively for bariatric patients. It can be for non-bariatric folks who experience hair loss or dry, itchy skin. Some of the products on her line are the skin repair essential oils, her hair growth oils, protein hair mask, biotin shampoo, and biotin conditioner. Okay, I think she's covered it.
Those are new.
Yes, 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 and yes. Hey, Kia. So I am super duper excited to introduce you guys, if you haven't met her already, our beautiful, wonderful, and amazing entrepreneur boss lady, Miss Jojo.
Jojo B.
Hi, you guys are so adorable.
Hey, girl.
Amazing.
Hey, girl. Hey.
How you doing? How's your mama name?
I'm doing really well. I took a little macaroni and cheese earlier, and the introduction was so awesome. I'm just really excited to be here and share this space. Yes, naps.
Did anyone in the chat also take a nap? Was this just?
This is a thing today. I took a nap too. I needed it.
Right.
I absolutely needed that nap.
I'm loving the backdrop. I fell asleep till I woke up, y'all. I was like.
Well, welcome, Jojo. We're so happy to have you, and thank you for taking the time to chit chat with us a little bit. It's always a vibe when we come together. We've come together for other things, and this is a really organic meetup. It was inevitable, kind of speak, because we come together for a lot of stuff. So, tell us a little bit about your journey. I know you had your surgery back in 2021. Is that right?
Yeah. So whatever that's 2 years ago. Y'all know I don't do public math, but.
Yes, 2021.
Yeah, so next month is actually my 2-year surgery. So a little bit about me. So I had gastric sleeve, 2 years ago coming up. And my wise, because of my kids, I grew up very fit. I never struggled with obesity. Cheerleader, track, cross country. As lean as athletic as they come. So I didn't weigh my heaviest until around COVID after my daughter. And then I started having, health issues, feet was hurting, back was hurting, depression kicking in really bad, not being able to engage with my kids the way I wanted to. So my wives, my kids, and I'm like, I need to do something, because I remember watching My 600-Pound Life, and I'm like, that's going to be me in 2 years at the amount of weight I was gaining in such a short period of time. So I decided, amputate my pouch. So best decision I've ever made. I 2 weeks post-op gastric sleeve, I started, experiencing severe dry, itchy skin first, and then hair loss. So I go to the store, and every product I tried, it did not work for me. And that's when I realized I had a skin sensitivity, because my skin was breaking out more, my hair started falling out more. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I just need to buy organic products. And so that's when I realized, just because a product says it's organic does not mean it's organic. No. It's extremely difficult to find actual organic products in chain stores, because of the preservatives they use in the products. So it automatically change it from organic to a preservative. So I created my own natural skin repair oil that gave me instant relief within 24 hours. And then I created my own hair growth oil that helped grow my hair back within 11 days of consecutive use. And so it's high grade essential oil, which means it's not sticky. So if you'll have experience with essential oils, it'll be sticky, heavy, and all of my oils are high grade, and it smells amazing, vegan.
It really does.
I'm obsessed. I use it all the time, every day. It's my thing. It's who I am. And so when I started seeing results, I, shortly gave it to my best friend at the time, who was going through alopecia. So I said, just here, let me make you some oils, you try it. So I started growing her hair back. And then she told her friends at work. And then it blossomed into this huge thing because everyone started ordering. I was like, well, I need to make this a business. So yes, the oils, kitten poo. I'm so bad because I don't have my products in here because I'm always using them. That's the thing. Oh, well, hold on, wait a minute.
I'm just kidding. With me because I was using them earlier.
I do. Yeah, so this is actually our newest line. This is actually, oh gosh, it was so hard to get this done. This is,
wow.
This is like,
can I say the packaging is beautiful? It's very high end. It's giving
it's spa, like luxury.
Yeah, spa energy for sure.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. So this is our latest biotin conditioner, biotin shampoo, and our protein hair mask. So so I decided to, make it a business, and that comes with like, of course, research and everything. And so I know we'll get into I have a couple of topics I wanted to cover, but survey the crowd, which I'll want to talk about.
Yes. I actually have a question for you. So did you just like start concocting this at home by yourself, did some research, or did you go to a lab initially? Like what was your first concoction? Was this a you thing, or did you go somewhere else to get it made?
Yeah, no, that's such a great question. So my aunt is specialized in essential oils for years. So when I first started experiencing, I'm like, I'm not using it. She's like, well, try this. So she helped me come up with the formula, actually. Nice. So, yeah.
That's so cool. Kept it in-house.
Yeah. So with the skin repair oils, that's a formula I make from home, and the hair growth oil, I make that from home. So the shampoo and conditioner, because of I've tried to make it at home. Okay, but it didn't work. Okay, so I'm like, I need scientists at this point because I feel miserably. So I do have a lab that makes these products for me, and so I had to go through tons of prototypes, and I had to have people review it. So this is made in the lab, and they're awesome. So yeah,
I know starting a business can present some challenges. Like going into this, was it scary for you, or was it just like, you know what, I'm just gonna hit the road, I'm just gonna hit this from the jump and just run with it? What was your initial leap into this business? Were you already thinking I'm gonna make it a business, or you just was like, let me just try this out?
So great question. So for me, I guess what you call is a serial entrepreneur. So I had, for my ex-husband, we started a cleaning business. So, and then that was part of the divorce. I just gave him the business that he let go. But anyway, that's fine. So I'm glad, because if I would have kept it, I probably wouldn't have been able to handle, doing what I'm actually passionate about. So once, from all of my research that I've done in the past, and while I was working on my cleaning business with my husband, once I was going through the hair loss, create a product that actually worked, everything just made sense. It was just like, this is it. This is absolutely it. There was zero doubt in my mind, right? So I knew that this was going to work because there was a need, right? And it helped me, and I love it. And it helped my friends, and she loved it. And it's not something, and I think this is actually one of the things I wanted to talk about. So I'm just going to go ahead and segue this into that. When you're starting a business, and this is the biggest mistake that a lot of people make, I see it all the time on TikTok. Oh, I want to start this because we need this, and I'm passionate about it, and I want to. No, you have to be solving a problem. There has to be an actual need for it, right?
Right.
So you can't just say, I want to sell purple polka dot markers because I'm passionate about it. Right? Or whatever. I mean, I like purple polka dots, so I'll buy it. Right. I mean, you'll have one customer, right? You really have to get outside of yourself and think about other people. So if you're not the type of person if you don't like people, if you don't like to help people, then most likely you won't be a good business person. You won't, because you have to actually care about people and care about fixing something, unless you're technically savvy, unless you're going into digital things or creating something like bread or an invention that sells on its own, unless you're going into that type of niche. But when you're talking about the bariatric community, because we're such a tight-knit community, you really have to, it's just something that you can't fake. You just have to be yourself. You have to be yourself. And you have to ask like people what they want, right? Stop creating things that you think is a good idea for you. You have to do what people need. Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna sell bikinis and say, hey, my berry family, a girl got some bikini. Well, ma'am, who is wearing that? Because I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, I mean, hey, yes,
You
put
might
a little,
have one or two customers, but
I'm just saying, like, that's my biggest pet peeve, because I hear it, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, but do we
Right.
need that though? You know what I mean?
Right.
And I've had brands come to me, and it's I've never in my life thought I'd be in this situation, and I don't know if they're listening to me or not. They probably aren't, whatever. But I'm just like, okay, and I drill the shit out of them because I can see right through it. I'm like,
Right.
so why do you want to go into the bariatric community? Do you
Right.
understand that this community, you have these type of people, these type of people, and these type of people? So how are you going to help? You know,
Right.
so because you'll have brands, what they'll do is they'll reach out to a whole bunch of influencers with all the followers and say, hey, we'll pay you to push my stuff or whatever. But we see right through that. Like, you know,
Right.
it's not authentic. So for me, I just had to, like, they're offering me free service, and here I am like, well, I don't know. I'm gonna see
Right.
first. You know,
Right.
because I'm really protective about with our bariatric community, because I've been in a situation where you know how that went. So I say all to say, make sure, like, whatever you want to do business in, make sure you do your research and make sure you do the help. So you will never go wrong if you're doing something to help people. Money will come, right? So first step is to do something to help people. Do something to solve a problem. Don't just wake up in the morning and say, I want to sell lollipops because I feel like doing it because I want to make money. Well, who the hell is going to buy it from you? Yourself?
Right.
So that
Right.
means you need a product that people are going to actually use and need.
Yeah.
So don't be
Exactly.
selfish, trying to take the easy way out, and just create something that you want to create and think people are going to buy it.
So it sounds like you're saying solve a problem, know your audience, and don't just go all willy-nilly doing random stuff. Because I'm sure when you started your business, you probably spent a lot of money, or just like the initial investment, not knowing your audience can cost you a lot of money, I'm sure.
So great question. Yes, you have to be willing to invest, right? So that's another thing. So you'll make a couple of mistakes here and there. You have to invest, like if you're doing like an e-commerce business, right? So you'll have to invest in your website host, right? So you have to have some capital to be able to create a website. Don't be I'm selling product and DM me to buy it. Don't do that, because I'm not going to buy it. That's too much work. You need a website. You need a website. So you got to pay for that. Sometimes they'll start off like 1 month free, or some websites won't charge you unless you start selling. So yes, it's research that you do within your community. And now, yes, unless it's a protein lollipop, so yeah, so like within in your community, like, do your research. And know your target audience, because something I've seen recently within somebody in the community, they're charging like a program for like thousands of dollars, right? And I will never go against someone's price, but then you have their direct competitor that has more skin in the game and more credentials, and they're charging half the price and giving you more. So it's like, don't be so quick to make a buck that you're turning people away because you don't even know what the hell you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially within a community like the bariatric community. Like I said, this is all I can speak about because this is all I know. But like other industries, I mean, hey, if you have something good, self-oil machine, do you? But in this type of community, you really have to be in research and you have to be in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Agree. I know that being bariatric does kind of offer an advantage, having that lived experience. How much do you feel like the fact that you actually are bariatric helps you with your business?
Great question. I think it's because, for one, I've actually gone through the hair loss, and I've lived it. I've gone through everything. So I'm not just some random person coming in and selling something. And most of the times, like, you'll see these other brands they'll have other people sell their stuff within the bariatric community for them. So I think I'm very unique, similar to Berry Girls. Like, we've actually had bariatric surgery, and we have products as a product of our surgery. So we're selling our own things. We're not, pushing people to sell it for us because we can, because we have that advantage because we are bariatric, right? You know what I mean? So it's like it's a big advantage because it's not just an advantage because I'm a bariatric person. It's an advantage because I'm actually in the community, right? I show up for my community just as much as they show up for me. My biggest pet peeve is a ghoster, especially within this parent community. They only show up when they have something going on. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Right.
I'm giving y'all a lot of free knowledge, but don't do that.
I hope y'all jotting this down.
For real, because it's for some of y'all in this live.
Yep.
And it's tough love, but it's true. Like, don't be trying to just sell something and then go say, oh, I want to sell something. Like, because nobody's, okay, she coming around. She must be selling something again. Oh, she got something. Like, and I know life be life, but just try and show up for people. If you want people to show up for you, you have to show up for people. That's how it is. That's literally how it is. Show up for people the way you want them to show up for you. Right? And if you want someone to show up for you consistently, show up for them consistently. It's absolutely possible. Me, as busy as I am, when I see a live, I may sign. And y'all see me come in and come out. I'm saying hi and bye. But I'm showing up. I'm in and out. I don't go ghost disappear and don't nobody know what happened to you. People didn't order stuff, they never got it, and nobody knows. Don't do that, because nobody's going to forget that.
If you want to be sustainable, if you want to have sustainability in a business, authenticity has to come along with that. It has to be something where you care about your product, but you also care about the people that are buying it. And, of course, like, Walmart doesn't have to care because, like, whatever, we're going to go there. We have to, right? But, like, for specialized things, you have to make yourself valuable to the people who are buying from you. And, a lot of that, like, relating to them and interacting with them is the best way to show your authenticity and to show that you not only care. If you can show that you care about people, then that means that you care about your product, and they're going to care about you and care about your product, which is the ultimate goal.
And then here's the thing, it's not only about, like, so it's kind of like, it just depends on what kind of business too. If you're trying to build a brand, you have to be aware of, like, a whole bunch of, it's a whole different thing. But you have to know how you're going to show up. Right? So there are people who do show up as their authentic selves, or they put on a show, like Terry Joe, or like there's people who go on live and they just stare at the screen and they make thousands of dollars every live. Like, figure out how you want to show up. I know.
What am I doing with my life?
I know. Like, I just want to sell foot pics, but it's too late. Dang it. I had to open my mouth.
Yeah. I'm scrubbing myself from the internet.
Figure out how you want to show up and show up that way consistently, because that's how people take you seriously. And I think that was the last. I have so many nuggets, but Rissa and I are going to be working on a course where we're gonna really take you. It's gonna be paid, because I'm not giving away this stuff for free. I'm not gonna gatekeep. Y'all gonna have to pay, because the amount of knowledge you guys are gonna get. Like, I'm gonna go, like, give you guys some stuff, and Rissa is gonna give you some stuff. So if you guys are interested in the course, just send me a DM and let me know. But it's so much to it. I guess I'll throw in an extra nugget that I see a lot of people. Please check your audio visual. Like, when you're making your actually, I was not too happy with the video I just posted because it was giving a little blurriness, but you will be surprised how quick and viral your video would be just by the clear. Invest in a cheap ring light. Invest in, I don't have a mic, but I do a lot of sound overs, but, like, make sure your video is, like, clear and it's not, like, blurry, because that gives very much, like, it doesn't give off, like, it gives off scammy, for real. Like, and I've learned this I'm a part of, like, TikTok growth groups, and they teach me, and they always say every time your audio and your visual is super important. I've seen so many people within our very family, they'll post videos and it just be blurry. And, I'm not going to say nothing, but, you
Right.
want to, there's certain things that you're just being yourself. And I love it. But like, when you're trying to build a brand, and I've done that in the past, like I had to learn, you want to just audio and visual, start with the ring light and get a good lighting in your house, a good area where it's clear, and then
Right.
and then your content, it increases like the value of your content. If that makes sense.
How much of what you, because most entrepreneurs have invested not only in their business but in themselves. How much of what you do is investing in yourself, like the classes or courses? Do you take any outside? I know you mentioned you're part of the growth community on TikTok.
Mhm.
Are you part of anything else? Like, how did you kind of get your feet into like investing into yourself to learn more to be a better business owner?
You know what? I have a master's degree in YouTube University.
Okay,
I
period.
have a master's degree in Google. um,
Same.
I do come from a family full of entrepreneurs, so I'm from Brooklyn, so I'm a hustler. Like I grew up, I just have that in me. But mostly, what it takes is like, to be honest, it's like you really got to educate yourself. So I'm fortunate enough to be a part of these exclusive groups that I get invited to. But I do YouTube, I TikTok, I hashtag, like, and I was telling my son this other day, there's people, you want to be a business owner. Yeah, you want to be a business owner, right? You want to do this, you want to do that. But how much time a day do you actually research on what you want to do? People don't
Mm,
even take 30 seconds a day to look up something like they want. You know what I'm saying? There's free information everywhere. So what I
mm.
do is I find someone that I can really connect to, that I feel like like I just feel like I'm them and they're me, we're besties, and I can really receive their information. Also, I did fortunately have a brand manager while starting my brand. That was super helpful because
Nice.
that she broke everything down to me and coached me the first few months. So that was just like a blessing. Like, she really handheld me and kind of taught
Oh,
me the ropes. So, and you know what? You have to be willing to invest in that. And it wasn't too super expensive either. I mean, it was very affordable. So if you want to start, you always have to have some type of mentor, or if you can't afford it, then you should be researching like as much as you can. So that's a lot of things I had to sacrifice, because before being a brand owner, let me tell you something. I was watching all the Real Housewives. I was on the phone with my family members for hours, talking trash about she did what? Huh? No, she didn't. I mean, hours on end, gossiping, watching, all these TV shows. I'm not, no shade to the Real Housewives, because I love me Bravo. I love Bravo. Okay,
Right.
Bravo. Hey.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, you really have to sacrifice something, because the new version of yourself is not going to allot that time. And so,
Mm.
unfortunately, you can't do the same things you used to do, because those 3 to 4 hours that you was over there on the phone watching TV, you could have poured into yourself. Listen, I watch a lot of documentaries on Netflix, like Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone. Like, I'm filling my brain with all of
Okay.
this knowledge from these multi-billionaires, right? Free.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're 10Xing yourself every day, I see. I love Grant Cardone. I love Tony Robbins. I love Les Brown. I love Eric Thomas. There is value in investing in yourself, and it's small little investments, just from the way you talk to yourself to the things you take in. Like, Jojo made a fantastic point. A lot of times we consume our times with like garbage TV, if we're being honest. It's fun, it's entertaining, but it really doesn't add value. I think that a lot of what we see, especially in, it's so much distraction. There's like, it's inevitable. Like, we see it on TikTok, we see it on Instagram, but we have to be. I love this word because it's the title of our show. You have to be intentional about your goals. You have to be intentional about where you're trying to go in life and the people who's in your circle of influence. Because a lot of times situations, people, and things don't align with where you're going. And that's not to say you got to completely cut people off or completely cut certain things off, but you have to be mindful. We all have 24 hours, and what you do with it is the difference between the people who are successful and the people who aren't. So I don't want to ramble on here, but Berry family. I know some folks aren't familiar with Berry families. Do you want to kind of share with them what the Berry family is?
Yeah, absolutely. So with Barry Family, it's a group I started, just a psychologically safe environment for people who've had bariatric surgery, thinking about bariatric surgery, and we have a lot of non-bariatric family members in there as well. Is where we just share things all like weight loss, healthy foods, healthy recipes. We have monthly challenges. We do live cooking shows. I mean, people really they are authentic, writing paragraphs about like really vulnerable situations in their lives. And it's at a point right now, we got a couple of admins on this live. I see you, Glynis. I love her. Like, super helpful. Like, I can't keep up. And that's something and Anna's, I think you're one of the mods on there. I can't keep up with the comments. Like, that is a good problem to have, right? So I met with someone over coffee, and she was like, she pulled out, but she's not on TikTok, so I can talk about her. She pulled out binders, and she's like, yeah, girl, like, this is what we need to do with Barry Family. Did you see the post that what's the name posted the other day about this? Girl, I saw that, and I'm like, ooh, I didn't see it. She's like, okay, did you see? And I was like, I am so sorry. It's just super engaging, and I'm just so grateful. I think we're at like 2,000 members, and when I say 2,000 engaged members, like, you
Wow.
know, helping each other, answering questions, pouring into one another. And I mean, I don't move without Berry Family. If I'm launching and I know you guys know, before I launch these products, I put out a poll. I asked my Berry Family, what do you guys want? What do you guys need? What do you wish that we had that we didn't? Right?
Right.
And I asked for feedback, because I don't, Berry Family, they tell me what to do, basically. They tell me what to do. So it's a great environment. I mean, it's a family, exactly what it says, Berry Family, and we're constantly figuring out ways how to engage with one another and help each other in any way we can. And so it's a huge blessing, and I just can't even believe I'm just like talking like this right now, because, you know, it's so surreal that people trust me enough to create that space where they feel so vulnerable. I mean, sharing things that I would never think anybody would share. And I think maybe we've had 5 anonymous posts, but people are just super authentic. And if there's anything out of the norm, I'll get an instant DM like, hey, Jojo, I think this person is a troll. And they're blocked and removed, just like that. It's just like having a family that they look out for each other, and they want to make sure it's psychologically safe. And we are big on that. We're all inclusive, very well diverse, with a lot of bariatric men, non-berries, a lot of new berries. Like, no matter where you're from, we've got people in the United Kingdom from there. It's
Nice.
just like, it's such a blessing, and I don't take it lightly. You know, and Kia, the admin here, yes. Thank you. Yeah, we got a lot we meet every other Friday, and we're just behind the scenes cooking up things to, better help and improve our community. And you see, right? Not me, it's we, because it's very little me. You know, it's more of like the family coming together, and everyone is so passionate about the community, just being able to come together and create something so beautiful. And that left me to a half of, when I was talking about the competitives, please, a little hint of advice, do not see as someone maybe doing the same thing as you as a direct competitor. Because you can either, so when I was telling you guys about to circle back to what we were saying about my ex-husband and I having a cleaning business, I have a good friend, Ebony. She went to a couple of bariatric meetups, and the girl's skinny, but she loves to be the Berry Family.
We love that.
And she had her own cleaning business, and I have my own cleaning business. And we would show up to a house, and I'll have my brand shirt on, and she'll have her brand shirt on. But we're literally networking, working together. So if you're looking at people constant as competition, it's gonna be even harder for you to grow. Like, look at people, and there's a big picture. You can collaborate together, right? And that means that you actually have to, it's business relationships, you have to collaborate, you have to figure out like, okay, I can help you this way, and this way we can help each other. And most importantly, if anybody ever talks to me about business, at the end I always say, most importantly, it helps the Berry family. It helps the bariatric community. So it's not just about me, it's not just about you, it's about the bigger picture. So I think quite oftentimes, especially in women sometimes, they can get like, oh, she's doing this, she's trying to copy you off of me, or she thinks she do, you know, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do it better. How about you try to collaborate? How about that, right?
That part.
Because at the end of the day, everybody has something special. You have your own sauce. And like I said, when you're researching, when I'm on TikTok, can I listen to Toby Robinson all day? Kind of, sort of. But I may want to listen to somebody else that I can really connect with, that maybe looks more like me and sounds more like me, right? So everyone is so different. I don't care if 15, 11 people are doing it. You can do the same thing and add your sauce. Add your swag to it. You know what I mean?
That part.
And so, and it's like, don't be comparing and sitting in that, like, one thing I just, it wrecks my nerves, and I come across it a lot within the bariatric community, especially on TikTok. You'll have people talk about a whole bunch of group of other people on how what's not fair, what's fair, what's fair. If you're spending time talking about that, that's not cool, because you need to be spending time pouring into yourself and figuring out how you can be consistent and show up better for yourself and the community. Because what works for somebody else doesn't mean it's for you, right? Maybe you're not meant to be a TikTok superstar. Maybe you're meant to be on TV. Maybe you're meant to be on a commercial. Maybe you're meant to be an ambassador somewhere's doctor's office, right? So it don't matter what somebody else got going on. That's maybe not for you. Their audience is not your audience. You need to pour into your audience and show them the same love that they showing you, instead of worrying about who is not showing up for you. You know how bad I would feel if I was on somebody's live and they're sitting talking about, like, I don't understand how she or he getting all this traction and da-da-da-da-da, and I'm working so hard, but then I got 50 people in my life showing me so much love, and I'm complaining about how much people don't show me love on the other side. Don't do that. Because that will piss me off, and I'll hop off I'll swipe off a live so bad. Don't do that. Please don't do that. And I'm going to stop because I'm so passionate about this. Like, I don't care. 4 people watching your live. You better show those 4 people love. That's like 4 people showing up to your house, and you got a house full of guests, but you worried about your neighbor who's turning up. That's disrespectful. What we chop liver? We came here for you, and you complaining about next door. Don't worry about what they got going on. You pour into the people who are showing up for you. Okay? And that's how you will grow, and that's authenticity. Now, if you don't got any of those skills, then you may need to do technical stuff, digital things that don't have to include with, like, directly conversing with people, because it takes a certain characteristic trait. It really does. So there's different options out there for you. I highly recommend taking a personality test. I highly recommend you taking a brand archetype test to figure out what kind of person you are, to help direct you and shape on how you're going to grow your audience and grow your business.
I love that. I really do. I think something Anna and I were talking about this, just kind of, there's no other Anna out there. There's no other Jojo B. There's no other bestie. At the end of the day, what you said is so true. I think we all have something very unique to offer. There's a lot of people doing a lot of the same things, but maybe someone resonates more with Anna's message, or maybe someone resonates more with Jojo's message. I want us to, like, get out of our own heads, because we all do it. We're all guilty of it. We have moments of insecurity. It's human nature, but we also have to remember that there's no you out there. You are the secret sauce. You are that little something special that someone's looking for. Maybe someone's looking for a bariatric girl who throws on different color wigs. I might be your girl. You know what I'm saying? So,
maybe you want somebody who talks to you while they're on the toilet.
That part too. I will talk to you while I'm on the toilet.
It's her. And it's not me, y'all. It's not me.
I am your poop bestie. Like, literally, that's my energy. Like, I've always want to be myself. I want to. Everybody else is taken up. Like, I want us to remember that every other person is taken up. You can only be you. Okay, so just remember that. And I love that you said that. Do you have any role models or anyone you look up to? For me, Anna knows this. Anna, do you want to share who your role model is first? Because you know who mine is, and I'll share mine after.
I love Queen Herbie. I swear to you, when Shar and I have conversations, I'm like, Queen Herbie said, and I'm like, oh God, I'm doing it again. But it's okay because she does it with me and her role model.
Yes. My role model, I love Oprah. I know Oprah's got some mixy reviews, but she's someone I do look up to because she's made something out of nothing. And even when she doubted herself and when other people doubted her, she made it happen in a climate that wasn't necessarily made for her. So it really does give me hope for myself in the future, and also just like how I represent myself. I want to be the bestie to everyone. And again, I'm cool. I'm cool if y'all don't mess with me, but for the people who do, I appreciate y'all and I see y'all. And sometimes we have 10 people in the room, sometimes we have 40 people in the room, and I see each and every one of y'all and I appreciate that. And that's the message that I always try to convey when I get on here. So, Jojo, do you have any role models? Anybody you look up to?
I do. And you know what? I'm gonna say her name last because I know it's gonna be like a shock factor. So this person I absolutely am obsessed with. I've been obsessed with for the past 4 or 5 years because I've watched her, like she's from New York, of course, like, and she's a little ratchet and I just love her because like she dropped out of high school, no college degree. I mean, just Cardi B. I know she may not be the best role model for like a lot of young girls, but that girl has turned nothing into something. She's a multi-millionaire. I mean, she just really grinds. And I really love her because of her song Get Up 10. She's like,
I love that.
I've been down 9 times, but I get up 10.
Get up 10.
Myself in the mirror say, we gonna win. I've been down 9 times and I get up 10. And
I
can relate to her in many ways, although I've never been a stripper. If I had a body, if God gave,
you could do it though. It's never too late.
Hey, I'm very
one night. I made a one night appearance.
When I get my plastics, it's over for y'all. Okay, KOD ain't got nothing on me. But that like struggle because growing up in Brooklyn, I'm definitely not like I grew up in severe poverty, so definitely like humble beginnings for sure. And so it's just that resiliency, right? So it's like that's another thing when you're going through life in general, you have to have some type of resiliency, and especially owning a business, being a mother, being a wife, having a 9-to-5, children, and running a business, you have to have some type of resiliency and bounce back from the setbacks and keep pushing. You know how many times I said, F this business, I'm done. I just want to be a 9-to-5 mom and just not worry about it. But it's just my personality type. I would get bored too easy. So that type of resiliency, I absolutely am obsessed with Cardi B. And like the fact that she won a lawsuit against a blogger, like she's just resilient, so I can appreciate that.
I love it. I actually do love Cardi B. She's very raw, authentic, kind of like unfiltered, like some people I know. But I do appreciate that about her. And she's also Dominican. So by default, she's my girl. We're probably cousins. But yeah, no, I do. That's a different one. It's different, but I could see that because I do like her energy and she's always herself. And she didn't even have her teeth fixed when she first came out. She just showed up as her true self, and that was enough. And that should be like a lesson to a lot of people. It doesn't have to be perfect when you start. You just got to start, and it'll get perfect down the line.
Make your poop sandwich.
Make those goddamn poop sandwiches, okay? Because look, at the end of the day, no one starts perfect. Not myself, not Anna, not Jojo B. We all have hurdles. We figure things out as we go along. Cardi B didn't have her teeth right, but she got that shit now, and she's got. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, consistency is so important. Even if you don't want to show up, showing up. Like, I mean, obviously, like I was sick a couple of weeks ago. Sometimes you need to take the break, okay? Like, I'm not saying push beyond, but there's days where you don't want to and you have to. There's days where your life on the inside might not be what you want it to be, but you gotta show up.
You have to show up for your business. You have to show up for your business, and that can look different every day, right? So even if you don't have to, and that's enough. Don't have to feel like you're going on live every day. That may not be your thing to be on live in front of people. You can very much grow on any platform by creating content, right? So whether that's like one day when you're feeling like 100%, maybe you make 8 videos and you save it as your draft. And then the days that you feel like 25%, you don't, you just post one of your videos from your draft and then you just learn something new about your craft. That's why I love Nicki Minaj too. Like in one of her songs, she says she put her blood, sweat, and tears in perfecting her craft. You have to perfect your craft, whatever it is. And that's part of your consistency. Every single day, you need to be working on your business. Whether that's research, YouTube, Google, whatever, you need to be doing something to pour into your business, especially if you really want it to grow and flourish. You have to. And it's going to look different every day, but do a little bit of something, even if it's just watching a 30-second enrichment video about your niche. That is something. It's better than nothing. Don't be one of the people working on your business once a month and thinking you're going to go somewhere. I'm just saying that because I had to realize, oh yeah, if this is going to work, I need to get myself together. I need to get tunnel vision. And if you're a mom and you have kids, you're going to need to make sure you have a conversation with them and say, mommy's working on, doing this for you guys so we can live a life that we've always wanted, right? And so you want to really involve your family into your business goals, and you'll be surprised on how much they're willing to help you. So I think that's, if you leverage your family as much as you can, and when they see you grow, they're like, wow. And then now you're actually teaching your kids lessons like, mommy, they're building this business with you. So
absolutely. I love that. I love that. I think if you can give anyone, or maybe your younger self, some advice going into business, what advice would you give your younger self, or maybe someone who's on the fence about, because sometimes we can get imposter syndrome and think maybe I'm not a brand, maybe I'm not, I don't have the ability to do this business. Like, what would you say to someone who's on the fence about starting a business?
Please don't think about it too much. It's what comes easy to you. I'm a talker. That's why I can go live every day, Monday through Friday. I love to talk. Do what you love to do. Do what you're passionate that you won't get tired of doing. Like, did y'all see that girl who goes viral just clapping her nails in the video?
No, but that's amazing.
She has a whole Instagram page and she tells story with her hands. And she has hundreds of thousands of followers. And all she does is she's like, and he did this and he did that. And she just talks with her hands. But she loves doing that, right? So don't overthink it. Just do what comes natural for you. If you like to make, let me show you for an example. I am not the aesthetically pleasing, cute video type of girl. I'm really not. I try doing it, but it's so hard for me to do it. It doesn't come naturally. But sitting in the car, talking to a camera comes naturally. Sitting in front of you guys right here, this comes naturally. I can do this for hours. I could work a room for hours, right? So do what comes natural for you. If you're the type of person who likes to UGC create and make cute videos, then do that. You don't have to force yourself to be on live all the time or force yourself to do talking videos. Do what's comfortable to you to still achieve the mission. Because what happens if you see someone grow, she grows because she goes live all the time. That's her personality type, right? So do what sits right with you. Because if you don't, it's not sustainable.
True.
It's not sustainable. And that's okay. When you figure out I tried it, I didn't do what's sustainable for you that you can do every day. Right? So if you're on the fence, if you're thinking about starting a business, but I don't know. Listen, you're learning. I'm still learning. Okay. My biggest advice to you for the baby entrepreneurs, if you want to, we talked about all the topics, but figure out what type of personality you have. And again, that takes researchers. You got to pour into yourself. You got to be like, okay, what kind of personality do I have? What's my human design? What kind of person am I? You have to be self-aware of who you are, okay? And then say, okay, I could show up for my community, for my customers this way, and it won't bother me. It won't feel out of touch. I personally, I can't have a full set of makeup on and it's not sustainable for me. Sometimes you'll get me with half a lash on, a half a lash off. You get me who I am because it's not sustainable. And y'all would be like, well, ma'am, you know, it won't feel authentic. Like I built such a tight community. Y'all be like, girl, what you got going on?
Right. Where you
Like,
going?
if you see me show up every day with my makeup done and my hair done, you know something big is going on because I'm not doing it. I'm gonna have to
Okay. Now we know. Now we
so,
know.
but yeah, it's easy. Like getting started is easy. So don't try and do, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta know how to do these transition videos. I gotta know how to do the little captions and the design on the videos. You gotta know yourself first. Know yourself first. Work on yourself first. And then you can start helping people, and then you can start growing. So right now, if you're thinking about entrepreneurial life, figure out things about yourself first. Okay?
And
Love
Self
that.
research. I've heard the common theme of everything you've said tonight is research. Really, a lot of work that goes into a business is not the actual selling of the product, it's the research that you put into it. Researching your market, researching, things about it, how to go about things. I mean, Jojo, I love the fact that you say, find out what your personality type is.
I love that. Yeah.
What's your brand archetype type?
yes.
Like those are important things to know before you launch in. And as someone who just jumped 2 feet into a business and had no idea what she was doing, do your research. I promise you're gonna save yourself a lot of time.
And it's research. It can look different too. So it's like if you find something that you're interested, see what your competitors are doing, right? So competitors is like, so if you want to start a lingerie company, go see what Victor's Secret, because we know it's a man from Ohio that owns it.
Okay.
But see what your competitors are doing, right? And see like, oh, okay, so that's like, it doesn't have to be too complicated. Say, okay, is this something I can see myself like look up, don't not the pros, the cons too. Like if you want to own a trucking business, there's things that you have to do to get your trucking license and get your trucking business. And like you have to just kind of see what other people doing or don't be afraid to ask. Like people who are doing what you're doing. Most people don't really gatekeep. Like you have to show. You know how many times I be sliding up in Coach Stormy's low vibrational plate inbox, her DMs. I be sliding up so many people's DMs, and there's one I got it in for. She gonna answer me, I think she's following me. But I be sliding her DMs because I love her freaking energy. I'm so obsessed with this woman because I feel like she need to be my auntie. Like I'm so drawn to. Like for real, she says she's the lady who's like refer her. She's like refer her. She's not your competition. Like she is like a bigger picture. Like refer people. Stop trying to compete. But anyway, yes, research will look different. But if you know somebody like in that niche that are usually in every niche, there'll be like a coach. Get yourself a coach. Save some money to invest in yourself. Get yourself a coach so they can talk to you about what's going on. And you can be like, oh, you got to do all that. I don't know if I could do it. Maybe I can do something else. You know what I mean? So trying to figure out like how much effort it's going to take for you to sustain it, right? And then just kind of be a well-versed, knowledgeable person. Like if you want to start selling stuff on TikTok, you don't really necessarily have to start creating your own products. There's shops out there, they have affiliate programs. You just make a video, tag their product, and you earn commission. You don't gotta package stuff. Like start off slow and see how you work with that, and especially if it's a product that you're passionate about, and then see how so
I love it. I in the interest of time, because we're running out of time here, I want to just thank you, Jojo, for jumping in here with us. You dropped so many gems. I hope y'all took notes because it was gem after gem after gem. And this stuff is not going to always be free, guys. You guys heard she has a course coming up, so look out for that. If you haven't already started following Jojo, which if you live under a rock, that's the only way you haven't followed her. But if you haven't, go ahead and follow Jojo. Also, check out the Bariatric Hair and Skincare line online. And she was so kind that if you tuned in this evening, you will be eligible for 25% off using code Berry Beauty. So check out the links in the bio. We all have JoJo's website in the bio, and you would get 25% off the products. And the class, you don't have a date for that just yet.
Not yet. So we're gauging interest. So if you're ready, if you are interested in joining the class, just DM me and say interested, so I can write your name down. So once it's yes. Yes, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be amazing. So once we have our list of people, we'll reach out to you once the course is ready. But I'm excited about it because it's gonna be amazing.
Likewise. And if you're on Facebook, make sure you follow the Berry Families. The link is also at the very bottom of my link tree. You'll see Berry Families on the tab. Click it, ask to join. One of the moderators or admins will accept your request as long as you are there for good reasons. Okay. With that being said, guys, we are at the end of our time here for JoJo. Again, thank you so very much for taking the time. This is not going to be the last time y'all see JoJo. We'll bring JoJo back very, very soon. So look out for that. She always has a lot of stuff going on, and we want to make sure we highlight everything she's got going on and in the works. So look out for that. We love you guys.
There a little something special for our viewers?
Go for it.
You want me to tell them? If
Go for it.
Tonight and you want to purchase JoJo B's products, you can use code Berry Beauty to get 25, y'all, generous, what? 25% off of your order.
Again.
So thank JoJo B for her time. And listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I use my hair growth oil to smooth my hair. This don't just happen, okay? This helps.
That part.
All I'm saying.
That part.
Which means it's for all hair types.
Okay.
Yeah. But
that part.
And
my hubby uses it for his beard. So just saying,
so
it's not just for your hair on your head. You can put it on your beard. Just putting that out there.
I'm going to put the code down here right before we end this up. So y'all please check out her stuff. And it smells so good. I'm obsessed. I knocked it over and it spilt and I cried. It's fine. But thank you, JoJo, for joining us. Shar, as always, thank you for being the most wonderful hostess with the mostest.
It's been my pleasure, y'all.
Really appreciate you, JoJo, but also everyone who comes and joins us every Sunday. Please do not forget, we will be back next Sunday. Okay, we will be there at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific. If you live outside of those time regions, figure it out. I don't know what to do. We love you.
We love you guys.
Here.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys, thank you.